Okay, let's open up Inkscape, maximize the page, disable the snapping tool, zoom out, set our printer paper size, mine's 8.5 by 11. Okay, let's import our picture, pacer, headstock. And if you'll notice, the pixels on this are really small. This picture was probably taken back in the 80s, and whoever put it online didn't bother to repixelate it. So when we enlarge it, it's going to be blurry. I hate that, but we'll just do the best we can with it. Okay, now we open it, click OK, lock it, turn it over, and I'm going to go ahead and enlarge it some just to kind of get it close to ballpark of its normal size. Now we're going to make our reference tool, our nut, and just like Frankenstrats, these Kramer nuts were 43 millimeters wide also. So we're going to unlock this and set our width for 43. Lock it and enter. Okay, now I'm going to enlarge it so we can work on this better. Okay, as you can see, well, like I said, this is blurry. What we're doing is we want the Floyd Rose nut on the picture to match the 43 millimeters we have on this nut here. So we have to enlarge or reduce this until we get it to this size. But like I said, because it's low pixels, it's kind of blurry and hard to see. You just barely make out this line where the nut starts. You can tell it ends here because it's black over here. But okay, so we've got the nut over here. Now this picture is too big, so we're going to reduce it. And we'll just keep doing this till we get them. I need to make this transparent so it's easier to see. Okay, this needs to reduce. No, it needs to enlarge. Just a little bit more. Now let's zoom in and get a really good look at that. Okay, that's right on the money. That dog will hunt. Okay, let's zoom out. Put our nut over here. Go ahead and take the filter off of it. Okay, it's still 43. Yee-hee. That's good. Okay, now we're going to draw our line around this. And I'm going to make a negative of it so it's easier to see because of this black background. So you go up here to filters, color, and invert, apply, and close. Okay, now we're going to take our Bezier tool. And like I said on the other videos, it doesn't have to be perfect when you're drawing it. When you come back and clean it up, you can perfect it. So we're just going to draw some lines first. Always double click at the end of your drawing. I've learned the hard way to do that, because sometimes if you don't double click, then you won't be complete. Okay, let's enlarge it now. And I'm going to make this drawing outline red so it's easier to see. Okay, so I highlight it, click Shift and red. Okay, and I'm also going to make the stroke width a little bit bigger, 0.5. Okay, so you go to your node tool and you start dragging this where you want it. Oh, that didn't join. See, I was just telling you not to do that and I did it. But we'll join it later. Let's see. Another node here, pull it over. And these little handles, you can fine tune your drawing with, your bending with those. You need to zoom in a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to, let's pull it away and see how it looks. Zoom out a little bit. It looks pretty good, but you can see these little dimples in here, there and there. That's because when we start out, when we draw this, the nodes we create are the ones for corners. So we're going to redo these, and smooth them out. Okay, let's put the picture back and enlarge. Go back to our node tool. Let's start here and smooth it. Okay, that one works. That works. That works. That works. That works. That works. works. That works. 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 It works. And this, we're gonna, well, let's see what it does. It may not mess it up. Okay, that looks good. Alrighty, now let's zoom out again and see if that looks any smoother. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Okay, let's put it back. Now we're going to make our tuner peg holes. And so you go to your circle tool here. Click here. And that's got a red outline on it. So see that down here is red. So I want to change that to black. So I hit Shift and black. These are going to be 1 centimeter, but since we're in millimeters, it's going to be 10 millimeters. So we unlock this, go to our width, type in 10, hit the tab, that'll take us to height, type in 10 here also, enter, click. Now it's perfectly round. Okay, now we're going to make 5 more of these. And the way we do that is to hit Control D. D stands for duplicate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's enlarge so we can put those holes as close to where they need to be as possible. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is draw our center line. So let's zoom out. And we need to bring our temporary nut in here. And we're going to use the arrows on it. These arrows here to insert the center line, or line up the center line. And I'm going to make this transparent so it's easier to see, and it's still at 43, which is great. It's what we want. Okay, filters, transparency, opacity, apply, and close. Okay, now we're going to zoom in. Let me make sure that's still at 43. Yep. I need to adjust these so they'll be closer to this. Alrighty. Okay. Now let's zoom out. Now we need to bring in our guidelines that we can put over these arrows. So we'll go to Edit, Create Guidelines around page. Our shiblos. We don't need these horizontal lines. Move that out of the way. Move this vertical line in. And we're going to turn on our snapping tool because we're going to need it to snap this line on here. I'm going to go ahead and draw it because we're going to have to zoom in and start here. Wait, let's try that again. Oh, it already drew it. Let me delete that because let's bring in our line again and start over with that. Okay. Once, twice. Okay. Now we're going to zoom in, make sure we're lined up with the arrows. Oh, we are. Look at that. Cool beans. Alrighty then. Okay, let's zoom out. We can get rid of our picture. We can get rid of our nut. Okay, good. Now we need to turn this red line black, so click on it, Shift and black. Okay, let's move these lines out of the way. Zoom out a little bit more. And we're going to group this. And we're going to make all the stroke widths the same. 0.5 and enter. Okay, now we need to make sure these tuner holes are all in a straight line. So we're going to flip it on its side. Flip it good. Bring it down here. Let's turn that off. And zoom in. Okay, you can see Well, maybe if I turn it a little bit. Yeah. Okay, now it's in line with the line. So we'll take this line and we're going to move it up here. And since this is all grouped together, you can't just pull these circles and work on them. You have to separate them with the node tool. So you click this here and select. Okay, that's right on that center line, so we won't need to touch that one. Go to the next one. Node it, select it. Needs to come up a little. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Ooh, it's real close. Well, let me go up here to our coordinates and okay, that's good. Let's go to our next one here. Node it, select it. Needs to come down. So we come up to our y coordinates and hit the plus sign. Okay, now we go to the next one. We node it, we select it, y coordinates with the plus sign. Okay, next one, we node it, select it, y coordinates with the plus sign. Okay, node the next one, select it, y coordinates plus 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 plus. Okay, that's good. Now let's zoom out. And we can get rid of our guidelines. Go to Edit, delete all guides. Zoom out a little more. Okay, let's put this back on its feet. Double click. And there's your Kramer Pacer headstock. You want to do a 1983 Frankenstrat, well, you're good to go. Alright, let's go ahead and save this project. Go over here to Save Document. I'm going to type in Pacer headstock. Enter. Alrighty then. Well, that's the end of this tutorial. I hope it's been helpful to you, and I enjoy doing these. And well, good luck with your guitar building, and see you on the next one. Bye.